my name is Minnie Mulcahy. Today we are going to be learning about bromelain. And we are going to start with a couple of ramekins because this is what I have to use. And here we have a pineapple plant. Okay, this is where bromelain comes from. My pineapple plants are not very healthy because my cat keeps knocking them over, but we can find bromelain in pineapple. Alright, so to each one of these ramekins, we're going to start by adding 1/4 cup of water. And to each packet, we're going to add, or to each ramekin, we're going to add 2 packets of gelatin. Once we have the gelatin in the ramekins, we want to try to stir it around, help it get intermingled with all of the water that's in the ramekins. We want to make sure it's evenly distributed. As you can see, we've already got like a nice gel going on. So what gelatin is the old days, it used to be a protein that they would get from animals. It's actually a protein and it's animal based. They do have vegetarian based now, but this one is a protein based gelatin. Alright, everything's all stirred together, intermingled. Now we will put these in the freezer. Looks like a suitable spot, so we will go ahead and close them in the freezer for about 5 minutes. Alright, while we're waiting on the gelatin in the freezer to freeze, we're going to start heating up some water, and we want it to get to boiling. Alright, my ramekins aren't big enough for a whole half a slice of pineapple to test this out, so I'm going to cut it up into quarters here. But I want a piece big enough to put in my ramekin so we can see how this reacts. Alright, it's been 5 minutes, so I've pulled our ramekins out of the freezer and I'm going to allow them to get to room temperature while I wait on the water to hit the boiling point. Alright, now that my water is boiling, I'm going to take one of my quartered pieces of pineapple and place it in the boiling water, and we're going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Too far. I don't know about everybody else, but I personally think that after this is all said and done, a slice of ginger and this would make some awesome tea. Alright guys, timer's about to go off. I'm going to turn the burner off. And we're going to take this boiled piece of pineapple, and I think I know how this is going to go. So I'm going to put this piece of pineapple that we boiled on top of my not so pretty gelatin mixture over here. And then I'm going to take this unboiled, maybe, piece. I'm going to put it on the prettier one. And now we're going to set a timer for 30 minutes. And we're going to see what happens. What do you guys think? Alright, just a few minutes into this, we can kind of see that we got some liquid built up, right? This gelatin is kind of melting a little bit. This is the cooked one. And on this guy, we're still sliding on the top, okay? So I want you to think about the bromelain enzyme that's found in pineapple. Okay, it's more concentrated in the stem of the plant, but as we can kind of start see, it does have some kind of effect on the gelatin that it's sitting in. So we're going to let this continue to lapse and we'll take another look at it. Alright, end of the timer. Now let's take a look at what we got. So, as you can see, there's a difference. And when we look at this guy, we see that he kind of got embedded into our jello. Like, I can't lift him out easily because with the heat, he ended up sinking down and melting the jello and getting in there. Okay? But what we see on this guy, this is our uncooked piece. It's a little bit cooler. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a slight layer of fluid. Watch the corner, front corner. on this Jello. Okay, and what this is that's the bromelain. Okay, and it's actually kind of dissolving the Jello. This is one of the reasons that they tell you not to put uncooked pineapple in your Jello, because your Jello will not set. And the bromelain enzymes actually start working and kind of dissolving or digesting, I guess if you will, the collagen protein that makes up gelatin. So I don't hope everybody can see that on my camera, but there is like a liquid building up, and see how it's kind of dissolving. So if we use a bigger piece of pineapple for this, I think we would probably see that happen a little bit more. Obviously, more bromelic acid is gonna show this a little bit more. But I think it's important to note that on this guy, even though he melted through, you don't get the gelatin not wanting to set. It did set back up all around this. Okay, it looks wet because it sank in there initially, but then once it cooled in this. And this is also why canned pineapple does not have the same effects, is because all the bromelain has been broken down through the heating process. So when you go to make your Jello and you add the canned pineapple into that, there's no issue with that. Okay, because you don't have that protein enzyme breaking down the gelatin. Right? But on this is a big no-no. This is why you cannot, see all that liquid? This is why you cannot use fresh pineapple with gelatin. So hopefully you guys learned something cool today, something new, have some fun with some pineapple, and that's all I've got.